clocked you at 110 miles an hour, but my boss says I can't give you a ticket. Hello, Tim Haldeman here with another episode of Tales of a Bit Actor. So back in 1996, I got cast in a movie called Dante's Peak starring Pierce Brosnan. It was a great job. I auditioned for the director, Roger Donaldson, back in May, I think, of 96, and I thought I did a good job, but I didn't hear anything. And 7 weeks after I auditioned, my agent called me and said, Tim, you remember that movie, Dante's Peak? I said, yeah. He said, well, pack your bags. You're going to Idaho for 6 weeks. Talk about a paid vacation. So they filmed in the little town of Wallace, Idaho, which was the stand-in for Dante's Peak. And my part, I played Elliot Blair, the millionaire industrialist who wants to invest in the town of Dante's Peak, big bucks, but the town folk don't want me to find out that the volcano is gonna blow, all right? So that was my part. In fact, I died in the helicopter crash. That was me on the left. So get up there, and I'll tell you, Pierce Brosnan is one of the coolest guys on the planet. He's the type of guy that knows everybody's name on the set by the second day. Literally, the second day I was there, I'm walking around the town of Wallace, small town, and here comes Pierce Brosnan. He goes, Tim, how you doing today, huh? I said, great, Pierce, really good. Pierce Brosnan knows my name. We did a read-through of the script when we first got up there. And we had this big conference room with a big U table, and of course Pierce Brosnan would be at the center. And I don't know if he planned it or it just, that's how he is, but he was the last one into the room, and we're all seated, and he comes in and he's wearing like jeans and a work shirt, and I thought, that's a movie star. They had the best catering on the planet. This was Clint Eastwood's caterer, right? So every morning on the set, they would have an omelet bar, they had waffles, they had lox and bagels, anything you wanted. So even if I was, by the way, I was up there for 6 weeks, I worked 8 days. That's it, 8 days. Now, the reason I was up there is because on a movie that costs that much to make, $100 million, they can't afford to not have every actor on the location. Because if all of a sudden they have to switch sets because of bad weather, and they go, okay, we need Tim for this scene. Where's Tim? Oh, he's back in LA. What? You got a company that costs $75,000 an hour to run. You better have all the actors there. So there, I would get up in the morning and I'd go have breakfast, right? Say hi to everybody. And then I would ask the assistant director, I said, what time is lunch today? What time are you guys gonna break for lunch? He goes, we gotta go at 1. I said, oh, okay. Well, there's about 4 actors. There was Peter Jason, Grant Heslov, Kurt Treutner, and myself. And so we'd always meet up for breakfast, and then we'd go play golf. And so then it would get about 12:30, and I'd say, okay, guys, we gotta go. And we'd go back for lunch, because lunch, I mean, they would do a prime rib, they would do steaks, they do turkeys. It was unbelievable. And then on top of that, right, not only are you getting a very nice salary, they give you per diem, they give you walking around money. Oh my gosh, it was a dream. It was a dream. By the way, Pierce Brosnan had just finished his first Bond movie, James Bond. And he said that I'm just the standard bearer, okay? Sean Connery is James Bond, which I thought was very cool. And by the way, Brosnan was a good Bond. And he had done all this promotional work for BMW because they introduced the Z3, I think it was, the 2-seater convertible in his first Bond, and so he drove it for all the premieres and everything. He'd arrive in the Z3. So BMW sent him a BMW, beautiful 2-door, I think it was a 750. Anyway, just a gorgeous vehicle for him to drive around Idaho while he was on location. So one morning, we're all standing around at the base camp where the breakfast was and all the trailers, you know, and here's Pierce's trailer, which is about 1.5 blocks long. And here comes Pierce, right? In the BMW, slides to a stop, gets out, hi boys, hi. and goes and gets into his trailer. About 15 seconds later, Idaho State Trooper comes fishtailing into the parking lot, skids to a stop, gumballs going on the top, gets out, goes up to Pierce's trailer, bam, 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 bam. Pierce opens and says, "Can I help you?" He goes, "I clocked you at 110 miles an hour, but my boss says I can't give you a ticket." Gets out, the thing and pulls away. Oh boy, a lot of fun.